movie pilot.
Thank you. Go ahead, we're rolling.
Okay.
Movie pilot?
Yes, movie pilot.
Nice.
Was ich daran liebe, Spider-Man zu sein? Einfach alles.
So one of the things that I noticed about the footage that we saw today was sort of the physicality of Peter Parker in a way that's sort of been attempted in the past, but I feel like this felt a little different. It felt more true to the character. And you may disagree, I don't know.
Oh, I hope so. That's great for me to hear. It's validating for me, because obviously I work for that. I want that to be the case, but it's obviously, it's nice to hear that. So yeah, I appreciate that.
So obviously this movie is definitely going to deal with sort of the strain in their relationship and how that does give way eventually to Mary Jane. Can you talk a little bit about how your character grows, though, sort of separate from that?
I think that Gwen grows in a major way from when we saw, obviously, in the last movie, her father died. And so now this is moving forward. She's graduating valedictorian. She's clearly stayed on her path and stayed steady and strong. So there's a lot of growth in that, and that she has a lot of awareness of mortality going on, because she's just lost her father, and that's kind of what happens to people when they've lost someone important to them. So that's a huge element for someone to be learning and growing through.
Jeden Tag wache ich mit dem Wissen auf, dass egal wie viele Leben ich rette. Egal wie viele Menschen mich einen Helden nennen. Jemand, der noch mächtiger ist als ich. Alles auf einen Schlag ändern könnte.
So it seemed almost like it was, I mean, I love like old school Laurel and Hardy and even just like, Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny. And I don't know if that was something you were going for.
Really?
And,
Did you know that, wait, I feel like, seriously, that's what you saw?
Yeah, I think just the whole like, especially with Rhino.
Yeah, that was a huge inspiration. The Bugs Bunny thing, the Laurel and Hardy thing, Chaplin, Keaton. This is something that was very, very important to me to make sure that we incorporated into this character, because that's what this character is. He's a trickster. He's enjoying himself as he saves the world. There's something entertaining, and there's something enjoyable. He feels joy in his body as he's able to do these amazing things.
And for you coming back, because I feel like this is your, the second sort of, or the first big sequel that you've kind of returned to.
Yeah, I've never done a sequel before.
Is it sort of the same as the first time, just with new additions, or?
Kind of. Shooting in New York was a really different element. I didn't realize how different it would be. It changes the whole tone of the movie, like living in an apartment in New York, being in New York while you're playing New Yorkers is a really, really important piece of the puzzle that we didn't have last time.
Entschuldige meine Verspätung. Voll krasser Verkehrsstau.
Hatte dein Stau irgendwas damit zu tun, dass, keine Ahnung, mit Maschinengewehren auf dich geschossen wurde?
Ja, genau das wollte ich damit sagen. Das meinte ich.
One of the things that Mark Webb also said was that to get this, I guess, the Spider-Man swagger, I'm not sure if that's the appropriate term, but with Pharrell Williams, who is doing music in this movie, he said that you sort of, I guess, looked at his movements. I don't know if that's just made up.
No, this is interesting. He represents youth for me, and freedom, and creativity, and there was an essence of him that I wanted to steal and put into Peter, and put into especially Peter when he becomes Spider-Man, a rebelliousness and a kind of, that kind of teenage freedom that I wanted to kind of express. So I had lots of different pictures of him that I had printed out all over my trailer and on certain different like cardboard boards in my trailers that was gave me so much inspiration. And it's just he just happened to hook up with Hans and start working on Spider. I think he's a Spider-Man fan, so it's very cool synchronicity that he is now a part of our team. It's just awesome for me.
And so were you able to interact with, I've only seen the limited footage that they've shown.
Yeah.
So were you able to interact with Jamie Foxx at all, really on camera?
Yeah,
and have
a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. Yeah, and he's great.
And Dane DeHaan as well is coming in as Harry Osborn. what do you think that he brings to the movie that's
So
different?
much. Oh, Dane is an incredible actor, and his Harry is very he's going through a lot. He dates a lot of models and drives a lot of fast cars, and he's a pretty tortured guy. And Dane has such incredible depth and intensity, and he looks like a spooky Leonardo DiCaprio, so he's awesome to watch.
Was ist das alles?
Die Zukunft.
Wir können die Welt im wahrsten Sinne verändern. Was ist mit Peter?
Nicht jeder hat ein Happy End.
Now, I have to say, you know, Disney and Marvel have been brilliant in terms of creating their own characters and bringing their franchises together. Where do you see Spider-Man going sort of on his own outings, and what sort of crossovers, if any, would you like to see happen?
Yeah, I obviously I'd love them to figure out Spider-Man being a part of the Avengers. I think that would be really, really welcomed. I think everyone would be excited about that, and I would be. There are so many great comic book Marvel movies happening right now, and I kind of want to work with all of the different actors playing the different characters. Ultimately, I would love to team up with Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. I think that I would really get off on that because he's just such an actor, and he's bringing so much authenticity to that role. And I think there could be something interesting about Peter and Bruce Banner? Yes. Together. I think that would be really exciting. I'd be excited about that, ultimately.